Welcome back to BattleTech, the Crescent Inception. For the next episode, we have just finished in Starport, and now we're going to head out and explore the rest of the continent, looking for more Crescent Hawks members. We're engaged almost straight away here. I want the computer to fight us. We want to get into as many fights with humans as possible right now. And the reason being is we want to draw out the traitor in our midst. We strongly suspect that Edward is the traitor. We didn't trust putting him in controls of a mech. He's riding on board with us at the moment. And hopefully, the more fights we have, the more likely he is to emerge. I don't want to give him any weapons though, that's for sure. Okay, time to... Oh, okay, yeah. I can't even avoid this fight. Yeah, okay, the computer can take over here. We can blast at him. Looks like we're up against a wasp. I think the humans in the top left are trying to run away. Okay, and the humans have fled. Right. Yeah, we've defeated them. Edward uses his tech training to scavenge armor, heat sinks, and weapons from the enemy mechs. That's useful to us. You are able to scrounge together 300 C-bills worth of scrap metal from the destroyed mech. Okay, so Edward, even though we suspect he's the traitor, he is doing good things for us. Dead human from an earlier fight maybe there. 4 humans. Again, I'm going to get into any fights with just humans because they are very simple for us to kill with our mechs. They pose no threat to us whatsoever, especially if they're only armed with short bows. And that's them fled. 24 more C-bills. I'm tempted to give Rex a better weapon. He's trained best with pistols, but I suspect that weapon is just not good enough to offset what could be an improved weapon like... Okay, looks like we're getting in this fight as well. Yeah, what could be better with a submachine gun or something, with his lower skill but a better weapon. Looks like we're up against a Stinger or something. I saw machine gun fire. Okay, and there goes that mech again. What do we get this time? Okay, so we're scavenging more parts. Another 296 C-bills. That's good for us. But we need, really, to get there with not too much more damage. We've not even left sight of Starport and we're already getting under a lot of fire here. 3 humans, yeah, why not? Okay, they run off. Another 10 C-bills. Gonna start heading southeast here. Let the human, the computer take care of all this. Another 13. No, don't want this. Gonna keep going here. I don't want that fight. We'll do this fight, why not? Yes, and I guess we don't really even need to see this. We can just find out what happens. Okay, another 12 C-bills. Okay, I think we're far enough to the east now. I don't want to have this fight. Oh, okay, fine. Oh, no, I accidentally turned off the AI there. Oh, I do not escape. Okay, I'm going to take some fire here. Looks like we're up against a Locust or Stinger or something. Let's try and get away. I'm fed up with all these fights. It's because we've got Edward with us. He's bringing all this attention to us. Once we expose him for the traitor he is, we'll have a lot less interruptions. Okay. Another 8 C-bills. Don't want this. Got a long walk to the south now. I think I might have headed a little bit too far east, but I should bump into the corner, if not the corner I was intending, then a corner of the Citadel. I don't know why it randomly stops you sometimes. I don't want to do any of these fights. No, no, no. Flee. No, okay, fine. Whatever, it's just humans. Now, it is possible to cross the country quicker if you choose to. You can go into the settings and change your walk speed to 2 or 4 times as fast. Problem is, once you get to the towns, it becomes really difficult to navigate them and actually get into the buildings you want. Look at all these fights here, this is getting ridiculous. Just get me to the bloomin' Citadel. Sometimes you can't even make it like 2 steps without getting a second fight. Okay, here we go. Here's the entrance, and here's the barracks. We're pretty close to where we wanted to be, actually. Let's do one last fight here. I say one last fight, it's probably going to be another 2 before I even get to the front door. Okay, humans have fled. Another 35. I don't want their weapons, though. Right, let's go this way. Enter the barracks. Yes, I will. You stand in the ruins of your old quarters at the now destroyed Citadel. Most of what you owned has been ruined, but this holodisc player remains miraculously untouched. Rex waits outside so you can view the disc in privacy. As you take the holodisc from your father's box, you notice that it was damaged when the Curitan soldiers shot it out of your hands in the scuffle outside the inaugural hall. You just hope it will still play as you slip it into the holoviewer. At first, only static comes on the screen. You can hear the holoviewer's tracking mechanism trying to compensate for the scratches on the holodisc. Then, your father's face pops up onto the screen. He is in mid-sentence when the audio track starts working also. To the Commonwealth and to the Crescent Hawks in particular, I've watched you train and I know that you will succeed in this assignment. Since you're watching me on this disc now, then I must already be dead. It's up to you to see that my work here is completed. As Rex must have told you by now, I have been searching Pacifica for a rumoured Starleague cache of mech repair parts. I've been looking for it for most of the 12 years we've been stationed here. I'm fairly sure I know approximately where it is now, and that's why I'm making this holo for you. I know that there's a good chance that if I locate the cache, I may not live long enough to report its location. Some people don't want to see many of the old Kellhounds last very long, so I am giving you the keys to locating and entering it in case I am prevented from fulfilling my mission. So this is in reference to the Kellhounds, a mech regiment, or a mercenary mech regiment, which split up into various battalions after a big fight. I think it was 1316, where they went up against a Kurita unit on Mallory's world. Maybe I'm getting the planets confused here. And so later, around about this year, in fact, I think it's 3027 or something, the unit would reform, but not everyone would come back to it. Some people had moved on and didn't want to go back to the old ways. I've had a special locking mechanism worked up by Edward Tellem. Don't look so surprised, he's still alive, although he doesn't like to be bothered. I came across him while he was living in a small hut in the northwest. He crafted a lock that is key to Rex's retinal scan, but still needs a password. I figure that the ideal way to safeguard the cache is to entrust access to it to both my son and my best friend. Jason, this cache is extremely valuable. We know it contains mech repair parts, but some of the evidence I've come across in my 12-year search indicates it may be more than that. It may contain documentation and library tapes that could restore some of the technology we've lost in the succession wars. If I don't locate it, then you must. Follow Rex and trust him. When you get to the cache, and then the message breaks up. The holodisc player tries repeatedly to recover the information off the disk, but the damage is too extensive. Without the password, you'll never be able to access the cache. You go back to where Rex is waiting for you and explain the situation. Rex tells you that just before the raid on the Citadel, Jeremiah had called in with a brief message. He said that he had found it, but didn't explain what it was. Clearly he must have meant the cache. But before he could tell Katrina where the cache was, the signal was lost. Rex continues, saying that we can only suppose that Jeremiah was attacked before he could finish his message. The only thing they could tell for sure is that the signal originated in the northwest, but the raid on the Citadel destroyed the tracking equipment, so they can't tell for sure where the signal came from. Rex suggests that before you go tromping across the landscape trying to find the cache, you should gather up more Crescent Hawk agents. He says that whoever was able to overcome Jeremiah Youngblood must be extremely dangerous. You ask him what you're supposed to do now that the password is destroyed. He suggests that you look for Dr. Tellem. If anyone can fix that holodisk, he surely can. So this is the guy we were reading about in the museum in the Citadel. And this is done here. Okay, it's time to head out. And we're going to start by heading northeast, or northwest, sorry, towards another town. I will engage this here. We'll have the AI fight for us. Take care of those two. Another 8 C-bills. I don't want to give these weapons to anyone. Stop giving me all these fights. Or if you're going to, at least expose Edward. Oh, that was a 3 human one, whatever. Keep moving this way. I'm going to check I'm not going too far to the north here. I've timed it almost perfectly. I was going too far to the north, but I'm at the right level to start heading exactly west. And I should come across the next town. I can't imagine getting into all these fights here. I mean, it's just too tedious. Okay, here we go. I don't want to get into any of these fights. I do want to search these buildings though. One of them contains something I want. Let's have a look. Nope, none of these so far. 6 humans, yeah, why not? Don't know what they were thinking firing pistol at mechs, but whatever. Where did the other two go? Did they flee? Yeah, okay, they ran off. 42 C-bills. No. Oh yeah, you move around. Enter the clothes shop. I'd like to, but it won't let us yet. Not this building. No. No. Oh, shot in the back here, taking damage. Oh, there's 2 mechs here. Okay, right, I really need to get away from this fight. Taking way too much damage. One of these buildings is the one I'm looking for. Is it this one at the south here? Yes, why not? Fight these guys. No, I don't want any of this. I want... This building's got a piece of rubble out of it. What's happened there? This is all nothing. It's like this village was destroyed. There's somebody. Into the lounge, yes, again, I'd like to, but I can't yet. No. Again, armor shop, I'd like to go in here, but we still cannot. Okay, that takes care of them. Hospital, what can we do in here? Let's search medical records here. You approach the front desk and ask the nurse there to scan their medical records to see if they have a patient by the name of Jeremiah Youngblood. A doctor watching from the side comes over and interrupts the nurse who is attempting to assist you in the search. He flashes a warm smile at Rex and they shake hands. He questions why your group is here, and Rex explains about the mission and who you are. The doctor looks at you appraisingly, then whispers something to Rex and they both laugh. When you impatiently inquire as to just exactly what is going on, the doctor reaches into his pocket and pulls out a holo card. Okay, here we go. Another member of the Crescent Hawks now. Congratulations, you found one of the Crescent Hawk agents. His name is Russ, and he will be riding as passenger in Rex's mech. Okay, this is good for us. I want to buy the field surgery kit. The hospital sells field surgery kits for 375 C-bills each. They contain 2 laser scalpels and all the support equipment necessary to provide comprehensive medical care on the battlefield. Only someone very skilled in medicine can use it effectively. Will you buy one? Yes. You hand the kit to your doctor, who breathes a sigh of relief, knowing the job of patching the group up will be easier and more effective now. Okay, that's us done in here. What we want to do is not go into there. Move around here. I'm looking for a building, but I can't seem to find the right one. There we go. Okay, it was this one. I'm sure we passed this one earlier on. Never mind. Will you enter the mayor's house? Yes, I will. You're standing outside the residence of the mayor of this small town. It doesn't look like anyone is home, so you pick the lock using skills you didn't learn at the Mech Warrior Training Center. Rex agrees that you should go in alone. You slip inside and shut the door, trying desperately to remain inconspicuous. You're standing in the relatively lushly decorated living room of the mayor of this small town. On the table is today's newspaper, and up against the wall is an entertainment center, including a holodisc player like the one you had at the barracks. Let's start by reading the newspaper here. So it's the Pacifica Herald Tribune, published daily, 35 cents. Mech stolen. Starport. In a daring move, a renegade mech warrior participating in a match at the arena blasted a hole in the wall of the arena and escaped. Keeping the mech he had rented, he disappeared into the vast forests of Pacifica. Another article there. Curitans take over. Starport. The new Curitan government formally took power in a well-attended event that was marred only by a scuffle outside, promising to bring a new era of peace and prosperity, and then goes off. Okay, we already used the holodisc player, so no point in using that now. Let's grab some chow while we're here. You realize that you are famished. Hungrily, you ransack the poor mayor's kitchen, grabbing every scrap of food and piling it onto a slab of bread until you've created a truly phenomenal sandwich. You flick the excess mayonnaise off your hands, aiming... What a bloomin' monster here. Who can't even make a sandwich and not get mayonnaise all over their hands? Aiming for the sink, but not really trying. Okay, slob. Jason is a slob. You do some preliminary jaw-stretching exercises, then hoist the masterpiece to eye level. Before you can close your jaws and savor the taste, you are jarred from your reverie by the unmistakable sound of a key being inserted into a lock. You drop the sandwich in panic. The mayor's here. The thoughts swirling in your head are more of a mess than the kitchen. The fight or flight instinct kicks in, and you decide to hide. He's not even brave. So he's broken into this person's house. He's made a sandwich. He's made a mess, and now he's going to hide. You scramble madly for the kitchen table and cower there, trying to control your breathing. The mayor opens the door, puts his coat on the rack, and sits down on the couch. Good. He isn't suspicious. Maybe you won't be killed after all. Jason's going to get killed by this mayor. This mayor's like an absolute beast. He's going to just rip him apart. Inch by inch, you back out from under the table, intending to slip out the back door. The mayor groans loudly as he exerts himself to stand up. You freeze in place, half exposed and half hidden. You hear his heavy footsteps coming closer and closer and closer. He's coming into the kitchen. Quickly, get back under the table. No, too much noise. No choice. Ah! You silently squeeze back under the table and hold your breath. The mayor fumbles in the refrigerator for a little while. He finally settles on a pitcher of orange juice and walks over to get a glass. He slips on some mayonnaise on the floor and drops the pitcher to the floor, shattering the glass and showering you with juice. You steadfastly hold your tongue while the mayor rattles off a series of adjectives and waddles off to the closet to get a mop. This is the most exciting thing that's happened in this game so far. In all this confusion, you crawl out from under the table, shredding your hands on the broken glass and leaving a thin trail of blood. Your hair is plastered into your eyes, glued there by sticky juice. You try to wipe the hair out of your eyes and see red. It's all going wrong for Jason. This is like a nightmare. You want to cry out, but stifle it because the mayor is now talking to the mop, having located it and now trying to extract it. You're halfway across the floor when you hear a triumphant growl, followed by a vivid description of the mop in unflattering terms. You can see the shadow of the mayor, holding the mop like some sort of hunter with his kill, coming back down the hole. Thinking quickly, you grab the exorbitantly ugly and expensive sculpture from the living room table and fling it through the kitchen window. The mayor rounds the corner quickly now, ignoring the fallen mop, and starts shouting invectives at the children playing behind the house. This poor guy. Okay, he's had his home broken into. Someone's reading his newspaper. All his food has been put into a sandwich, a monster sandwich that was then dropped on the floor. A mess was made. Mayonnaise has gone everywhere. He's dropped a thing of juice, and the pitcher is shattered all over the place. He's got blood all over the floor. Now this like priceless bust of who knows who, probably himself, has been thrown out the front window onto the street. His window's smashed. The mop has fallen onto the floor. It's a disaster. It's the worst day. You take advantage of the moment to slip out the door, just as the mayor unleashes a new stream of epithets. How do you say that word? Epithets. At the innocent urchins. Apparently they decide that if they're going to be punished, they're going to earn it, because the last thing you hear before shutting the door is the mayor shouting, "Hey, you kids, get away from my hibachi!" That poor guy. What a shame. And look at that, Jason, he's actually taken damage here as a result of this. Do you want the computer to fight for you? Yeah, go on. Let's blast this mech here. And now there's a massive mech fight going on outside his front door. The humans saw the writing on the wall here and ran off. Okay, mech is destroyed. Oh no, humans are still here and one of them ran away. Here we go. Edward uses his tech training to scavenge armor, heat sinks, and weapons from the enemy mechs. You are able to scrounge together 384 C-bills worth of scrap metal from the destroyed mech. Press any key. Okay, I don't want to give weapons to any of these guys. Jason is healing, that's good. You return where you were before combat. Okay, no, I don't want to go back into the mayor's house. I definitely don't want to get in a fight with 2 mechs and 5 humans. But I do... No, I don't want to do that. I want to go into the hospital again if it'll let me. Such a pain here to move around. Enter the hospital, yes. Attend the medical seminar. You see the bulletin board, yes. I want to attend it, and I want to send Russ, my doctor, on the... What's it called? Seminar. There is much more information than you can digest. Someone of a higher medical background might get more out of this, but you've certainly learned as much as you can. Okay. So who actually went on that thing there? No, I don't want to inspect a mech. I want to inspect Russ. And yes, look now, his medical skill is excellent. So it would have been good before. I can't even remember if I checked this, but they doctors start with medical good, engineers start with, or techs start with tech skill good. But you can improve them to excellent by either sending your doctor on the medical course or sending your tech on the apprenticeship. Right, we are done in this town. We've been here long enough. We've caused enough destruction, destroyed mechs, destroyed that poor man's house. I want to go south here. There's probably some other things to do. One human, who's this legend? Let's find out. I want to know. Armed with a rifle. He's gonna come at us. Okay, fine. Well, okay. The enemy, okay, fired a shot and ran off. If Edward could please just expose himself so we do not need to continue to have all these fights, that would be terrific. Enemy humans have fled. Okay, great. Wonderful. Now, you know what? Let's give Russ the rifle there. You turn to where you were. Okay. Let's start heading south. 1 mech and 0 humans. Let's do this fight. All these fights here is because of Edward. We ordinarily wouldn't get nearly this much attention. Looks like we're up against a wasp of some description. Kicking each other now. I can't even get my mechs repaired as long as what's-his-face is with us. Another 388 C-bills though, so at least he's earning us some money. Okay, let's keep heading this direction now. No, I definitely don't want to get in this fight. No, I don't want that fight either. No, I said no. Flee the fight. We're heading for the forest that's down here now. Gonna march straight through this forest and then start heading west. No, I didn't. I hit the wrong button there. Jesus, how much fire. I think we're up against 2 mechs here. Let's keep moving. Okay, we're on the other side, so we can start heading west. Okay, they ran off. Just gonna head straight through here. We've made it surprisingly far without any attention here. Let's keep going, we're almost at the next town. Should be anywhere around here. Okay, here we go, we're somewhere. What's this place? It's nothing. Let's go door to door here until we find something. There was a building up at the top right there, but I think it's nothing. Let's get out of there. That's a nothing building as well. No. Why is it suddenly giving me the option to interrupt? I don't want to do that. I want to get through these fights as quick as possible. Let's say I need to go in here and repair, but Edward's still with us. So these guys won't even let us. Yeah. Nope. I can't get in. Never mind, there is something else we need to do in this town, if I can find the building. Is it a clothes shop? No, that's not it. Is it this building up here? Enter the theatre. Yes, here it is. Okay, you have walked into a small theatre which claims to show continuous adventure hollows. Do you want to stay and watch one? Yeah, why not? The box office takes your 5C bill admission and you are allowed to enter and take a seat. The lights dim and the show is about to begin. It's an action-packed film dubbed from the native language into standard. You settle in with your popcorn and watch the show. So I think this is a Korean film that they're putting on, kind of propaganda film of sorts. Yoshi, over the crest of the hill. Marek mechs are storming New Tokyo. Get your locust and help us. I wonder where New Tokyo is. Is that a planet or a town? Beep. Attention all citizens, evacuate the area. Yamoto, there's a wasp right behind you. There's a graphic we haven't even seen yet. That must be like the, oh, I've just died graphic. Oh, I'm hit. Look out, he's trying to step on you. Don't worry, Yamoto. I will get him. Yoshi, I have a missile launcher. I will help you. Being such an old holo, it was inevitable that the film would break. You and the other viewers grumble and file out of the theatre. And they don't even offer you a refund. Let's try and squish them under our feet. Okay, well, not possible. Let's start heading elsewhere. We've got other towns to go and explore. I think there's one more on this side of the map. Start heading this direction. Continuing to avoid all fights until finally what's-his-face is going to show himself. No, I don't want to have this fight. I want to flee. Okay, we've hit the top there. Let's start heading left. Maybe we haven't hit the top. We need to head this way. Not entirely sure what the trigger is for getting Edward to expose himself. Not sure what he's waiting for, really. He's had ample opportunities to try and betray us. Continuing to avoid all these fights here. Okay, there's the trees. I'm going to start heading south in just a second. Once I hit that little outcrop of trees there. I need to flee this fight though. Oh, okay, fine. Oh, I had enough of these. Yeah, okay, the humans have fled, and so have we. We didn't make it one step though. Right, now we're gonna head south. Should be a town round about here. Let us escape. Come on. Okay, here we go. Massive building here of some description. Let's have the computer try and fight these guys. We'll have one last attempt. Trying to chase these guys down. Okay, another fight with those guys. Another 22 C-bills. Oh, what did I just do? I accidentally gave the weapons or moved the weapons around. You return to where you were. Okay, don't need that. Definitely don't need this fight. Nope. You want to go into this building on the left here. The weapon shop, yes. The hairy owner of the shop looks stiff and nervous. You've never seen him like that before. He asks you if there's anything you need, but his eyes keep flicking to the side. Well, this is interesting. Seems that everyone else who was in the shop has left. You're alone with the shopkeeper. Interesting, let's browse here. The man, being artificially pleasant, with an emphasis on artificial, reaches greedily into the display case and grabs a weapon. From somewhere behind him, shots ring out, and he slumps over the counter. Do you want to get out of here? No, we want to stay and we want to fight. Several robbers emerged from the back room where they had been holding a gun to the store owner. When he reached for the weapon, they shot him, and now they are shooting at you. You return the fire and manage to cut the robbers down, but not without taking a few bullet hits. Then you check on the store owner. He's been hit, but it doesn't look fatal. You call for medics to come and save him. While you're waiting, you try to help him to feel more comfortable. He thanks you for saving his life and offers as compensation some laser weapons. Then he passes out and the medics come and take him away. They assure you that he will be alright. You turn out the lights and lock up the shop for him and leave. So even though ordinarily we wouldn't have been let in there, because of this little story here, we actually got a chance to get something good. So first of all, we're going to swap. Rex is going to take... No. We're going to give Russ a laser rifle. I don't care about the rifle, we can drop that. Another laser rifle to us. Don't care about the machine gun. And we're going to give Rex a laser pistol. And we don't care about the pistol either. Another laser rifle. Okay, let's give Edward a laser rifle. There we go. No, I'm not interested in this fight. But look at our health here. Everyone has taken a lot of damage, thankfully. Hopefully Russ can heal us here. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so everyone got good healing from Russ. Inspect our characters here. Yeah, armed with laser rifles. Okay. So Edward's our tech. He's also... You don't like the way he's acting. He makes you uneasy. Interesting. Okay, does it say anyone else about... No, okay, so it's only Edward. See, it's him. We just need to confront him about it. But the game won't let us for some reason. Armor shop. Yes, I want to. See, again, we are still stuck in this kind of limbo for as long as he's with us. Enter the hospital. Yes. Okay. This is not a good hospital. No point attending anything here. Search medical records. Yeah, okay. We already know the case. Our dad is dead. Talk to others. Anyone here? Nobody here is interested in talking. We already have all these things, so we're done here. Let's get out of there. Gonna ask us to enter there every single time if I keep heading that direction. Okay, I think I'm gonna have one last attempt at seeing if this is going to result in Edward revealing himself. And if not, what I'm going to do is skip ahead all the way back to... Edward knew you were suspicious of him, and he tried to sabotage the mech he was riding in. He was a Kurita double agent. Jason was able to overcome him and throw the double crosser out of the cockpit. Then he accidentally stepped on him to rid you of the problem. And yeah, that was in the middle of the fight there. So that is what I've been waiting for all this time. Too bad that this was the one fight. Of course it was. The one that I decided we just skip the graphics. We'll just go straight to the end. The enemy humans have fled after the invigorating scuffle. Jason uses his tech training to scavenge armor and from the enemy mech. So whoever has the best training gets the most. Finally, though, we don't care about this. We lost one of our laser rifles, but we had enough to outfit the rest of the team anyway. We don't need this. Russ is going to be healing. You returned to where you were before combat took place. Okay, well, while we're here, no, I don't want to have this fight. I said I do not want to have this fight. We will have graphics now, though. We are so close. Do not destroy our mechs now. Flee the fight and head north, because we have this enormous mech bay here. Let's go inside. Finally, we can have an ask around. Ask to apprentice. Do I want to apprentice anyone here? We've already trained you as high as you can go. Okay. Visit the speed shop. Have mechs repaired. This is what I need. Jason's chameleon. What's the damage here? Looks like this mech has lost about 9 pieces of armor. If you want those replaced, it's going to cost you 36 C-bills. Now, I wonder if the C... Because when we had Edward in our team, we were salvaging armor, heat sinks, and something else. Was it weapons or something like that? And then afterwards, it would give us some, like, scrap metal cost. Okay. So I was thinking, well, those 3 things that said we were salvaging was what was contributing to our C-bills we were getting out of it. But then Jason said it salvaged some armor, but then it gave us no C-bills from him. It was only, if it gave us any, it was from like some bodies. So I'm wondering if the amount of armor we have, like loose panels, is kept track of, and that's what's brought the C-bill cost down so much here. Anyway, yes, I want to get it repaired. You've had 3 heat sinks damaged, so we have a special. On heat sinks this month. Only 800 C-bills each. You've got 794. Why are heat sinks so expensive? Want to fix some heat sinks? Well, yes, I want to. The job's not complete. You need to come up with some more cash. Okay. Here's your weapons. I've had 2 small lasers destroyed. Well, let's repair those. All your weapons are fixed. Okay, that's good. Rex's Commando. What's the damage like here? 11 pieces of armor missing. 44. And that was it. Okay, so we lost no weapons. Ammunition. How many do you want to buy? Well, let's buy 3 rounds. Let's buy 3 rounds here. Did I get a choice at Rex's Commando? What about him? There are 80 C-bills each. Okay. Well, I can only afford 1, can't I? Let's do that. Talk to others. Nobody here is interested. and leave. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is wander all the way back to the starport, and then I will join you again there. While we were over here, I remembered that there's actually one town we've not been into yet. It's just to the north here, if I show you where we are on the map. So off to the left, there's the town on the left where finally we managed to deal with Edward. To the south was the town where we had the cinema, and up here to the right, slightly more to the right, there's the town with the mayor's house, and then further up and on the right there is the starport. So we're to the southwest of the starport, north of the town with the cinema. Think I'm still going the right direction here. Some boulders, we must be close. Here it is, okay, found it. I'm not sure if there's much to do here really. Seems to be a wall of obstacles around this town. Don't know how to get into it. No. I was just about to see, notice how we have less fights now that Edward is not with us. And yeah, then we get 3 in a row. Okay, terrific. Well, I take it back. How do you get into this town? Here we go. I think it's because we're close to civilization now. Okay, any of this? Armor shop. Anything interesting happening in here? You know what? We actually need to... Well, do we need to do any of this? What's he saying here? Why? This armor looks brand new to me. It doesn't need any repairs. Okay. We need to get some armor for Russ, our doctor. No, we don't need to go in there. I said we don't need to go in there. Is this a Comstar building? Not sure. They're usually orange like that. Enter the lounge. Anything interesting happening in here? No, okay. Weapon shop. Wonder if this guy will have anything to say. No, okay, right. It's the same as before. Nothing going on there. Is this a hospital of some description? I think it could be. Maybe not. Here's a hospital though. Nothing really to do here. Hospital. That would be one of my biggest gripes with this game. Where's my map here? Yeah, okay, we've done everything in here, I'm pretty sure. It's never clear whether you can go into these various buildings or not. Into the lounge, 2 lounges here, but nothing to do in either. Okay, I'm gonna head back to the starport now. Okay, here we are back in the starport then. We've just returned from our exploration in the southwestern corner of the island, or of the continent, and we're gonna head into the Comstar station here and inspect our accounts, see how they are doing. 22,370, so that's come up quite a long way since we've last been here. We're going to sell off a good chunk of it though. We need, let's do the math, 17,900 I think. That should be enough to cover everything I want to do while we're here. Let's leave Comstar and we're going to head, not this direction, we don't want to run into these enemies. Head to the south here. Now if you remember last time we were here, we were doing some work on Rick's mech. Not Rick, Rex's mech. However, we're going to do a little bit more today. Move around here, back into the Make It loop here, and back into the speed shop. So we read all this before. We want to do Rex's commando here. Hey, we could do a blazing inferno job for you if you want. What it is we plug up those 6 missile tubes with small lasers, and where the ammo was, we mount a medium laser. You'd have 4 mediums, 6 smalls, and you could easily crush a 35-ton Jenner, I'm sure. All for the incredibly low price of only 17,600 C-bills. Want me to modify your mech? Yes, please, let's do that. Your mech is done, it's waiting for you outside. So I think he's got almost as many lasers as we do in the Chameleon, and he is half our size. So he's either very lightly armoured, or he's gonna, well, run out of heat sinks very quickly with that many lasers. We're done here. We're going to instead head this way now. Not into the weapons shop, but down into the armor shop. Okay, here we go. The proprietor welcomes you to the armor shop. Yeah, we read all this before. We're going to browse and buy a flak suit. That's the one, yep. And I'm going to put it on Russ. So now we are all armed with laser weapons and we all have decent armor protection. I could take out another 10,000. Well, no, I don't have the cash, but I'm not going to bother with the super armor heavy environmental suit. It's just not worth my time. There is one other thing we can do in the arena here, which I haven't shown yet. I'm not sure if I will in this Let's Play, because it doesn't really fit the character at all. Basically, Jason goes on a murderous rampage. Let's leave here for now. I took out 150 just so I can get out of this place. We're going to go and rescue Rex's friend, who's been held in the prison for quite a long while now. That all looks good to me. Yes. Okay. Let's start by heading north. Need to move around the outside here. Hopefully we can avoid most of the enemies while we do this. Now that Edward's no longer with us, I expect less attention. Doesn't always pan out that way though. Now the prison is to the northeast of the starport here. Or northeast-east. And once we have reached the point into the boulder field where we can't see green anymore, I'm going to start heading northeast until we reach the northern end of the boulder field. No, don't want to have any fights yet. Let's keep going this direction. Still don't want to have any fights. Let's keep going. Still don't want to have any fights. Okay, that's us here, so we can now start heading straight east again. And we should stumble across the prison complex. Should do. Too many guys here. Oh god, no, I don't want any of this. Flee. Do not escape, of course. I said flee. There we go. Was there any... okay, we've just come out of the northern end of the island here. Let's move it around. Attacking force, no, I don't want to be engaged yet. Now the prison here, that's it to the south. There's a hospital to the north, but I'm not interested in that. We've got everything we need from there. What's this place? Nothing, apparently. I would like a Make-It Lube if there is one, but I don't think there is in this place. Never mind, we will find one later on, I'm sure. And that's... Is this it here? I think it might be. Yes, okay, this is what I'm looking for. Because we need a new tech. What should I do first? Let's go in here. Will you enter the Make-It Lube? Yes, I will. Okay, now we were looking for an apprenticeship. Nobody's here at the moment. Let's leave this place then. Leave the Make-It Lube. Don't want to go in there. That's just going to offer us more apprenticeships, which we don't need. We need a tech. And the way to find one is by searching these places. Right, it's time. Into the jail we go. You have entered the visitors section of the Pacifica Internment Center. The jail keeper is poring over a magazine, looking reasonably bored. Ask about Rex's friend. You approach the jail keeper and ask him if he has a prisoner here by the name of Rick. He scans his computer, looks up, and asks why you want to know. You explain that he is your brother, and you haven't seen him since the raid, and you were told he was here. You are merely concerned about his safety. The jailkeeper tells you that yes, he is here, as are all the renegade mech warriors who oppose the Kurita invasion force. He then takes you to the visitor's communication cubicle and inserts a key that activates an impenetrable energy barrier between you and the prisoner's chair. After issuing an order on the intercom, Rick is ushered into the room. His face is unshaven and his hair is unkempt. The escorting guard shoves him not too gently into the chair. You can tell that Rick's attitude is undaunted because he turns and launches a wad of spit at his departing captor. This is not something the guard appreciates, and he makes Rick wipe it off with his face. The guard then firmly... Oh my god. He raps him. Nothing else. He raps him on the head with a club. With his club, that's not a euphemism. And then leaves. Jesus Christ. Right. Rick looks at you, somewhat dazed, and asks who you are and what you want. You ask him if he has ever heard of the Crescent Hawks. His eyes light up dramatically, and he looks around the room to see who else might be here. When he catches a glimpse of Rex in the shadows, you can see the wave of relief wash over his face. He shows you a holocard the guards hadn't confiscated. Who knows where he hid this? Congratulations, you have found one of the Crescent Hawks agents. His name is Rick, and he will be riding as a passenger in Jason's mech. Okay. Is he going to progress? Upon seeing the flash of the Crescent Hawk holocard, Rex leaps into action, removing all traces of consciousness from the jailkeeper. He gets the deactivation key to you quickly, and you disable the energy barrier. Your new agent wastes no time in leaping to freedom, as alarms blare throughout the jail complex. As you all scramble for the front door and the safety of your mechs, the mech warrior tells you that his mech is one of the ones in the impound lot behind the jail. He says that you might be able to get to it before Curitan reinforcements arrived. If you don't make it, they'll surely kill you. Do you want to try? Well, yes we do. We would love a third mech here. We're going to make an attempt at it. You send the others on ahead, telling them that you are going to try and get the mech. As Rek raises howls of protest, a torrent of gunfire sends you all diving for the floor. A band of Kurita jail guards is standing at the end of the hall. In the heat of the moment, you assume the responsibility of command, giving orders to the others to hold their position while you get the mech. They agree and start firing at the Kuritans while you slip out back into the impound yard. Okay, we've got to move quickly here. There are the mechs just to our south. We're going to go up to each one. You quickly scramble up the boarding ladders of this mech, hoping that it will function when you get to the cockpit. You flip the activation switch. And it does not work, but this mech refuses to start. Do you know what that sounds like? It sounds like the... Okay, same thing again here. Sounds like the Ford Sierra from that RSC rally game we played. You quickly scramble up. You flip the activation switch. Same sound again. That's us after we hit a tree or something like that. Let's give it another go here. You quickly scramble up the boarding ladders. You flip the activation switch. That sounds more promising. And the mech starts up. You use the newly acquired Stinger to intimidate the rest of the guards into hiding. Under the cover of the Stinger's watchful medium laser, the rest of your group escapes the jail and gathers around you. Okay, here we go. So we have 3 mechs, a chameleon, a commando, and a Stinger. This is the first time we've used a Stinger. We maybe came across one. I don't even think we have. Maybe some of the fights we tried to flee from had Stingers. Let's assign our team here. Jason is going to go into his trusty chameleon. Rex has his brand new commando to play with. Rick, you are our third pilot. You're going in a Stinger. And Russ, you are not qualified as a mech pilot, unlike the rest. So you're going to ride in the chameleon, which has a more comfortable, spacious second seat. I'm pretty sure as a training mech probably has more room in there. Anyway, that is our team. Let's now leave the jail compound and we are going to head out to the northeast. Okay, so that's us escape from the prison compound now. We now have a trio of mechs and we can start heading towards our next objective. We're going to start going directly to the north here. So we've got one chameleon, 50-ton mech. We have a commando and we have a new Stinger. And I don't want to engage anyone just yet. You return to where you were before combat took place. I need to heal Rick though, because he has taken a little bit of damage in that prison escape. We're going to start going to the north here. You know what, let's go into this fight here. We'll have the computer fight for us, because we need a little bit of cash, because Rick doesn't have any decent weapons. We can scavenge the weapons, hopefully, and then get some money from destroying this mech to buy him some armor at the next town we go into. Looks like we're up against a wasp or something. So many lasers now, though. Some brave soul is firing a crossbow here. He's proving very difficult to hit standing in the forest there. And the humans have all decided to start moving in the other direction now. Okay, there goes that mech. And the humans have fled. Okay, so what's happened here? After the invigorating scaffold defeated them, Jason uses his tech training to scavenge armor from the mech here. We didn't get anything because we don't have a trained tech, though. That is a problem for us. We need to work on that. Let's keep heading north here. Once we get to the top of this boulder field, we'll start going northwest. Okay, let's go this way now. Rick, I've just noticed, is incredibly uncharismatic. Yeah, like I said, we don't have a full lance. I'm trying to think, what did the Grey Death Legion have when it started out? Let's... Oh, I don't want to do this fight. Go away. Flee. Run away. Yeah, they had one 55-ton Shadowhawk, so that's kind of like our medium mech, the Chameleon. And then they had a Locust, and I think they had like a Wasp or something like that. Did they have a fourth mech? I don't think they did at that not on Trail 1 anyway. Well, let's just... No, I don't want to. I've realised my mistake now that we don't even have an ability to make money off mechs. So let's keep going. Oh, we almost bypassed this town here. Let's go this way. We are looking for... not this, because we've got no cash for anything. Oh, I thought we were on the... western side of town there. We're on the eastern side. Let's go this way. No, I definitely don't want to have this fight. We are looking for a mecha loop. But I cannot seem to find one. This town seems very spaced out. Oh, there it is, I think. Jesus, no, 2 mechs and 7 humans. Do not want to have this fight. Let's move away from them. Okay, and we're going in here. Yes. Right, now with a bit of luck, we will find... Oh, no, okay, he's not here. Already trained you as high as we can go. Okay, well, this is no good to us. I wonder if we go back in. Does it? Yeah. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Give us another chance? No. Okay, so he must be somewhere else on the map. Maybe what we should do is continue on to the next place and hope for the best here. So we're going to head northwest again until we come across the water. Don't know what kind of damage we've taken on our mechs, but they should be fine. Our trio of identical red mechs. The water, we're not even in the water. Come on. No, I don't want to have this fight. I can't imagine having every fight that you run across just be ridiculous. We'd just be blown up. Okay, now I've hit the top of that water there, I'm going to head directly west until we hit the forest, and then I'm going to continue going northwest. And keep my fingers crossed that we are going to run into the final town, or final member of the Crescent Hawks in this top corner. So we've met Edward, Rick, Russ. I think the last guy's called Zeke. Hopefully we can find him up here. If not, I might need to go and explore the rest of the map, go through it again. Because he can spawn in any number of random places. Okay, there's the... Nope, we almost made it. Right, come on Zeke, be here. You know you want to be. Visit speed shop, what can we do here? Let's have a look at Stinger. These mechs have no firepower. Those machine guns don't heat up, but you don't run into heat problems with a Stinger anyway. We'll rip the machine guns off and stack your Stinger with 4 small lasers. That more than doubles your offensive punch. All that for the incredible low price of only 12,200. Well, I can't afford that, but it's something to think about. No guy here, so I need to go and find him. I will hunt him down, and then we'll rejoin me then. Okay, we're back outside the starport here, because I have a hunch that he might be back inside here. Let's go in. If he is here, we can get all our team equipped in this location. Now, you remember we came here at the start, and this is where we bumped into Edward. I wondered if Edward intercepted us on the way to... Yes, okay, here he is. One of the techs is eyeing your group. He squints, stares at you for a second, then scrambles to grab his glasses. He takes one good look and comes over to you. He shakes hands with Rex, who explains the mission to him, and he immediately offers to join the group. Okay. A final member of the Crescent Hawks. So we're a 5-man team now, only 3 mechs. I don't think Zeke is going to be trained as a pilot. If he is, then we can maybe get a 4th mech here. He will be on foot. Okay. That is us done. let's have a look at our team. Final guy, Zeke. Here we go. He's on with a cudgel. He's a tech. Perfect, that's what we were looking for. But we need to further enhance his skills. He's not a mech pilot, which is a shame, but 3 mechs should be enough. He is trained in rifle and pistols though, so we're going to give him a submachine gun and some new armor. So that's 400 there. I need 150 to get out of town. Actually, you know what? Oh, and we need 500 to get him his final set of training at the apprenticeship place. The mech repair bay, mech it loop, that's what I'm looking for. Let's grab a little bit of cash. Should have gone up a little bit more since we were here. I think we left like 2 grand in the account. Okay, so it's up to 7,000 here. You know what? What's it called? We need to change investments, sell stock. We need 900. So we've got 6 grand left in the account. Don't want to get into any fights yet, especially with our team not even wearing armor. How many, wait a second, I need more than this, don't I? We need, because what's Rick armed with? Nothing. Okay, so we need another 400, don't we? Okay. Let's go back up again. Sell another 400, please. Okay, it's a shame we lost one of those laser rifles. Gave it to Edward and he got crushed. We obviously never salvaged it from him. But never mind. Should have a decent team here. I don't want to get into a fight. No, I really do not want to get into a fight at this stage. Let's move this way. In here. Master apprenticeship. And Zeke, our new mechanic. This course is taught by experience, not any namby-pamby book learning. We also expect to be remunerated for our time, to the tune of 500 T-bills. Are you sure you want to do this? Yes, I am. The techs take you back into the shop and show you their techniques for crafting armor plate, repairing internal structure damage, and replacing damaged weapons and heat sinks. You can't grasp most of the technology, but you certainly feel more competent than you did before. So we had a similar kind of thing when we gave Russ his medical training. There's no space on the bottom left corner there for all 5 names, whatever. Enter the weapon shop. Browse. Slug throwers. Submachine guns. Yes, I'll buy it. And I want to give it to Rick. Okay. Browse. Another one. Another submachine gun. I'll buy it again. Give it to Zeke. Okay. I didn't check what what's his face is even trained with. Nothing. Okay, well, whatever. Better to have a decent gun than a cudgel. Right, we need to buy a few more flak suits. Yes, I'll buy it. Take a Rick. Browse. Flak suit. Yes. Zeke. Okay, so our whole team is outfitted with pretty decent armor and plenty of weapons as well. We're going to need to leave town here. However, there's 2 ways I can go. I can either leave town through the intended method, or I can blast a way out. It feels a bit out of character, but since it's the last thing I've got to do in this place, I'll never be back here. We'll do it now, why not? Inspect my accounts one final time. You know what? I'm going to wait a second here. Okay, so we've done a little bit more of investment trickery, and we've ended up with 12,450, because there's something I'm going to do while I'm here, and that is to upgrade our final mech. We can't upgrade the Chameleon, however we can upgrade the Stinger, so let's do that. We already know it's going to cost 12,200, so we'll wander into the Mech It Loop for a final time here. Let's visit the speed shop, yes, and we want to upgrade the Stinger. 12,200, yeah, let's do it. Your mech is done, it's waiting for you outside. So let's leave here, and we're going to head this way. Let's head down this direction. We're going to head into the arena here. And what we want to do is rent a mech. So this is going to place us in a locus. Now I've read there's a 1 in 100 chance that you'll be spawned in an incredibly rare mech, one we've not come across yet, and that is the urban mech. It looks exactly the same as the locust, but I've never had it happen. I tried for hours. Literally, I spent over 100 tries because I had was spent, I think, over 25,000 on rented mechs, and never once did I spawn in one. I don't want the computer to fight for me. I want to take control here. Right, let's see what we're up against here. Apparently there's a chance that the enemy can be an urban mech. I've not seen that happen either. Either that or it happened and I missed it because I was just spamming through them as quick as possible. Let's leave this. What we want to do is use our weapons and do something that we read about in the newspaper, and that is target the spectator stands. So let's just assume that this is some Koreans here and they're about to be blown up, because otherwise it seems a bit out of character for what's his face to do that. Let's now sprint across this field as quick as possible. Get down here, try and avoid all the obstacles. Begin the fight. Okay, so already we're taking damage, but never mind. Fire at the spectators, a miss. We'll keep moving. And now we're going to try again. Keep moving this direction. To there. Begin the fight. And that's us done. Destroy that area of the wall. Your mech has destroyed part of the arena. Some Korean urban mechs have been dispatched to kill you. But we still have that stinger or wasp behind us. It was a stinger, wasn't it? Let's have a look again. So scan the units. So we have that stinger there, but also an urban mech to the north. So that's parked outside the mech garage where we were before. And another one to the south there. There's the area of wall we destroyed. What we're going to do is sprint straight out. Let's keep moving here. Slightly off target, but never mind. So they're going to try and intercept us. However, with the Locust, it's so fast, I should be able to just sprint straight by them here. Oh, he's coming though. Well, there's a graphic we've not seen in a while. There's the urban mech. And look at that. The operators of the arena look on in horror as you waltz a 1.5 million C-Bill Locust out of the arena and escape. You deftly outmaneuver the pursuing urban mechs and now own a Locust, free and clear. So the idea behind this is if you lose your mech in the arena, all you need to do is gather 250 credits through either trading in the Comstar station or just by killing random guys that come up to you in the streets. And you can get a mech back. It is a Locust. Again, I've read that there's a 1 in 100 chance of an urban mech. I don't even believe it. I think that's an urban legend. A bit like controlling a Jenner in this game is completely impossible. There's no trickery. There's a whole number of reasons. I think I went into it back in the first video, why you can't get a Jenner, but it is 100% impossible. Whether the urban mech is possible, I can't be 100% certain, but I tried over 100 times, never once spawned in anything but a Locust. The rest of your group, having watched the spectacle from the stands, acted quickly and gathering together outside the starport to meet up with you if you survived. In all the commotion surrounding your daring theft of a mech, the guys at the parking garage weren't paying careful attention, and your group has managed to recover your mechs without paying the parking fee. We did lose our 250 to rent the mech though. You do, however, think it is prudent that you do not show your face around the starport for a long time. Every Draconian soldier should have your face memorized by now, and there is a hefty price on your head. Okay, well, here we are outside. So we've got 4 mechs, a Locust, a Commando, a Stinger, and a Chameleon. However, we only have 3 pilots, so we're going to have to abandon one of them. Jason is going to take the Chameleon, of course. Rex, he has his Commando. Rick, he is going into the Stinger. And as much as I would love to put Russ or Zeke into a Locust, you'll see Russ is not a qualified mech pilot, so he's going to come with us in the Chameleon, and Zeke is going to squeeze into the Commando here. He is not a qualified mech pilot either, and that means that the Locust does not have a pilot. Not all of your mechs have pilots. Well, we don't have a choice in the matter. You'll have to abandon any mech that doesn't have a pilot. Well, I can't do anything else. Are you ready to abandon your non-piloted mechs? Double check here, Locust, none. Yep, that's correct. There we go then. Down to just 3 mechs again. So we did all that damage, and we didn't really gain anything about it, other than we saw the urban mechs. I don't think there's any other point in this game where they're going to come in. But there were 2 urban mechs there, and potentially, this is another way you could maybe get one. Blowing out, okay, so using somehow your salvaged Locust to wipe out A, the mech that starts against you as your opponent in the arena, but B, also the 2 urban mechs that are going to join the fight. I'm not convinced that's possible. They outweigh you a massive amount. That's 80 tons against 20. 4 to 1. No amount of piloting trickery is going to get that done, I can't think. You can't even leave the arena either to go seek favourable ground outside, because as soon as you leave, they all just despawn. Anyway, that is the end of that. We're outside the starport now. Look, there's the damage behind us there. Oh, look, there's even like a splattered corpse of some poor guy. Again, we'll assume they're Cretans. Here's what happens if you try to go back inside. We go into the mech garage. They still haven't forgotten about your rampage of slaughter and destruction when you stole a mech from here earlier. It would not be wise to re-enter the starports until they do. Right, well, that's not going to happen in this run. So we're going to go straight north from here. We're going to try to anyway. And that should bring us to the next town. We have 3 more places to find. The first of those is just directly to our north here. I don't want to get into any fights. You'll see that now that we are a team of 3, coming up against 3 mechs becomes ever more common. We're all fully equipped though, so should be good. Don't want to get into these fights. Oh, don't do this. Let me get away. I can't have 3 mechs coming up behind us here. We're going to take a lot of damage. Oh my god, no. 5 identical clones here. 6 identical clones. Some of the enemy humans have fled. Yeah, well, let's join them. We're going to flee as well. We'll keep going north. Where are we? Genuinely, where are we? Have we somehow gone past this? I don't think we have. Okay, no, we just need to head northeast here. We were a little bit too far to the west there. Gonna keep heading northeast until we come across some greenery. And I don't mean just the grass. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Then head north. Don't want to have any fights. Still don't want to have any fights. Actually, I should have done that fight because I need to repair. Not a mech. No, I don't want to fight. I want to leave. Give us another fight with just 1 mech. Okay, here we go, in the next town. No, oh, don't make me fight these guys. Let's move around this way. We're going to look for another one of those mech loops. I think it's to the north in this town. Let's check our map here. Okay, it's off to the south here. There we go. Can't afford anything in here, but I just want to check just what they say about the Stinger one final time. No, hang on, that was obviously not the right make. Stinger, here we go. Edward Stinger. Why is it saying Edward Stinger? This is not Edward. Oh well. That Stinger's kind of light on armor, you know. We've got a new kit to upgrade these mechs. We take off the jump jets, weld on a ton of armor, and plug in 2 medium lasers. That's 7 lasers total. You could fry a lot of mechs with that machine. All for the incredibly low price of only 13,200 seatbelts. I would love to, but I can't afford it. And we probably won't ever be able to. Right, well that's this town complete. There's nothing else to see here. We're going to continue on this way. If we get into a fight with not 3 mechs, we will destroy 1 mech and try and salvage some money so I can get a repair going. Okay, let's do it. Let's see how we get on against this mech here. I mean, we have an incredible amount of firepower now. Stupid amount of lasers. Cameo of a wasp here, despite none of the 4 mechs in this battle being wasps. Come on, how's this locust still standing? We've closed to incredibly short range here. Wipe him out. It's taking so long here. Don't know where the humans ran off to, they all legged it. Finally, okay, destroyed. They're still firing at us. Are we gonna get them all? Okay, no, one guy managed to escape. Let's have a look. See what we got. Zeke uses his tech training to scavenge armor, heat sinks, weapons, and structure from the enemy mechs. Press any key. You're able to scrounge together 464 C-bills worth of scrap metal from the destroyed mech. Press any key. And we got 17 C-bills from the guys. We don't want any of those weapons. Okay, let's continue heading northwest here. Trying to find some water. We should run across it. There we go. A little bit too far to the west. We want to find the northernmost point of this water here. And then we're going to turn and start heading directly west. And then once we come across the heavy foliage, we will continue going northwest again. Okay, let's go northwest. Coming up on the penultimate town now. Here it is, and I want to go into this mecha loop. Perfect. Let's have some mechs repaired. Let's focus on mine. 8 C-bills there, okay, that's good. What about Rex's Commando? Oh, perfect. Okay, and what about Edward's Stinger? 20 C-bills. You've got damaged actuators for 200. Yep, let's do that. They're all patched up, good as new. Okay, our mechs are in perfect condition. Let's try and keep them that way to the end of the game now. What we want to do is leave this town, heading southwest. I don't think there's anything in any of these buildings of interest to us. Can squeeze through that gap heading southwest. That building there on the bottom corner, that was a hospital. But there's no reason to go into any of these anymore. We're looking for a boulder field. Don't want to... Oh no, do not give me fights. Good. Looks like the... Oh, hang on, there were the boulders there. I think we need to head west a little bit. Okay, keep heading southwest. There's 2 small patches of boulders and then there's a much larger field. I don't want these. Okay, here we go. No, still don't want to have these fights. I mean, we've upgraded these mechs so much and yet I still avoid all fights as much as possible. There's just no purpose to getting into the fights. Doesn't really progress the story, it's just killing time. Once you've seen one fight, you've seen them all really. Especially in a game that's 30 years old. Right, in a second we're going to emerge from the forest, that's good. Go through this kind of bushes here. Don't want to fight 3 mechs. Do not make me fight 3 mechs, please. Good. And then once I'm out, I'm going to turn and head directly west. Hopefully I should come across some water here, or maybe even bypass the water and go straight into town. There's the water. Turn and head west again. We should see town on the bottom of our screen in any second. There it is. Okay, the final town on Pacifica. Armor shop, we don't have any reason to go into any of these places, really. We'll just go around. What's this building? I don't think it's anything, is it? No, it's nothing. And the main attraction in this place is this Comstar building just here. So we can go in, inspect our accounts one final time. So we've got 15,000. We could get the final upgrade on the Stinger. It's just not worth my time to go and wander back. So let's change investments. Let's sell our stock here. Let's put it all into our account, like so. So we now have 16,000 on us. Let's leave. Let's head down, out of town. And then we are done here. We're going to head back northeast now. We have one final destination. Need to move around this body of water. We are coming up on the end game now. Once the water's off the screen, going to turn and head directly north. Again, I'll start heading northwest until the water's off the screen. Then head directly north again. I don't want to fight. Not at this stage. We should be stumbling across at any second. We know from the recording that we viewed in the barracks that that Professor Tellin, was it? He's somewhere in the northwest of this island. We should be stumbling across his base. Here it is. Perfect. We got it right. So, not many things left to do now except head inside. We don't want to have a fight. Let's go in. Well, will you enter the inventor's hut? Yes, I will.